These notes are on the sides of a right triangle. So for this, we're asked, I'm going to talk about the examples first. We're asked to determine if the numbers I've been given could form a right triangle. So we know that right triangles follow the Pythagorean theorem. So we know that I can test this by using the Pythagorean theorem for all three of these. Like 1 squared plus like 2 squared equals hypotenuse squared. The one thing I have to be very careful about is I have to remember that the hypotenuse is the longest leg, which means the number that's going to go alone on the right-hand side for the h squared has to be the largest number of the three that I'm given. So that's going to be my 5 squared. And then I'm going to plug in my 3 squared for L1 and my 4 for L2. I've got 9 plus 16 equals 25. 25 equals 25. So this is true. These are the legs of a right triangle. So we would say 5, 3, 4 do form the legs of a right triangle. So let's look at a second example. In our second example, our biggest number is 9. So I'm not going to rewrite the Pythagorean theorem for the second two examples. Just be aware that I am still using the Pythagorean theorem. In this case, 9 is our largest number. So that's going to be what I put in for the hypotenuse. And my legs are 4 and 6. 16 plus 36 equals 81. 16 and 36 is going to be 52, which definitely does not equal 81. So we would make the conclusion that 4, 9, 6 do not form a right triangle. Our last example has an additional sort of twist to it. That way we're very clear on how to work on all of these types of problems. In this problem, one of our numbers has a square root of 2. So thinking about this, we know length 5 and 5, and we're wondering, is 5 square root of 2 bigger or smaller? Well, the square root of 2 is bigger than 1. So if I multiply 5 times some number bigger than 1, it's going to be bigger than the 5's. So that means that the 5 square root of 2 is my hypotenuse. 5 squared is 25, plus 5 squared is 25, equals 5 squared is 25. The square root of 2 squared is 2. So I've got 50 equals 50. And this is a true statement. So we would say that 5, 5, and 5 root 2 do form the legs of a right triangle.